Like
now?
Hello, everyone.
Right.
Sorry.
Right now.
We might have been doing some
Hello.
messing with some maps and stuff, and
Yeah.
kind of forgotten about the timer there for a second.
Oh, there they are.
They're all the way out there.
Did somebody
Look at us.
tweet?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
I
I did.
believe a tweet has gone out and everything. So, hello everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Oodvin. I am your host and DM, Maxwell Williams. It is a pleasure to have you, and I play a whole bunch of quirky, interesting, cool characters, including a mage that is might have walked into this battle with preparation to kill who she believes to be the imposter, but has quickly realized that this might not be the best situation for her after some tough gameplay and interesting rolls on her behalf. Yeah, going by the name of Lily currently at the moment.
Ah,
What a loser.
Anyway, that's me.
Hi everybody, my name is Sam Rinaldi, and I play Winnie Winslow, the Twilight Cleric, who is gripping onto a broom and praying.
Hi, I'm Connor McGinley. I play the OG one and only Lilibet Pembroke. And as kind of foreshadowed, I am wrecking shop. Just wrecking shop, and I can't wait to see how this encounter resolves.
Hello, everyone. I am Dane Brancato. I play Zephyr Windstrider, the Air Genasi College of Swords bard of the group. And little fun fact about Zephyr that I was going to do a couple weeks ago and forgot is when Zephyr died, he became a anime fire user because he joined the Donut Club.
I hate you. There's so much hate in my soul right now.
Oh, I've been working
That was
on
good.
that one.
Hi, my name is Julia Risto, and Octavia might strangle Zephyr this session. I guess we'll find out. No, I kid. I play Octavia Lagazur, the half-orc swashbuckling rogue, and currently we are hauling ass and not cutting grass. I don't know where I was going with that. Just ignore me.
We gonna die.
Hello, my name is Aaron Borden. I play the character Februm Cask, the Simic hybrid blood archer, who was planning on punching a mage in the face until I remembered that I still have a scythe.
And I'm Drew Borden. I play Aldrich Bernask for now. And I'm getting my shit rocked. Currently.
Presently.
Yes. So with that, let's do a quick little recap of how we've gotten here. So, party attending Ravenside Academy, the primo adventuring academy in, this desolate wasteland that we call Oodvin, a land affected by a virus or a plague for hundreds and hundreds of years, as far as anyone can imagine. But through various means of fate, luck, or being in the right place at the right time, whatever you want to call it, our party has found themselves at the center of a worldwide, universal-wide conflict between the sun god Blazidon and it seems the rest of any other living creature, humanity, whatever you want to call it. They have in their possession one fragmental shard, a planar shard, that they have obtained from the dragon Aophic, its previous guardian, as he has entrusted them with the mission to reclaim the other shards and fix this world, and whatever that means. Now, currently, our party is separated in several different combats, coming out of a combat encounter already with Lunaris, the goddess of the full moon, our party is splitting up around the city, Aophic, as it collapses around them. The cult of the eclipse doing their best to take this moment to take over the city itself. One of our party members, just escaping some cultists as they fly up into the air, are heading towards the northern docks, and subsequently the mailroom, or tower in which Winnie's father currently resides, or so we think. I didn't say anything. Then we also have Al and Februm that are having already saved Mel through a deal and negotiation with the demon inside of Al named Ned. The two fighters left have to either finish off the cultists or find some other way to get out of an armed conflict that they currently find themselves in. And then finally, sneaking off from the rest of the group, we have Lily, face to face with her true body and the imposter soul that currently governs it. Lily and Axel have teamed up with Axel as support against Lily and Iris, Lily's sister, as Iris plays support for Lily. So, with all of that being said, we're going to jump straight back into the encounter right where we left off, with Axel's turn first. Lily, you look okay. Axel,
I look great.
has you blessed and is holding that concentration. Axel goes, you need anything?
Just one thing, really, but not from you.
Cool. Who? Axel will... He's just gonna dodge on his turn. Not much else to do at the current moment. Alright, then next up, following in that order, Lily, it is your turn.
I think I was already standing next to her.
You are right next to her. Oh,
Right.
Going into this combat, I would like to enlighten our audience about where we are, what's happening. So let me just bring up
Lord.
full
wow.
map of the city of Aophic.
Uh-oh.
This was something I've created a while ago. It is over hyperly detailed. So this is the city of it itself. The tower in the center. We have the Everbright over to the west, the hospital district to the east, and then the north and southern districts respectively. So as we zoom into this map, we can find our encounters. As we find Lily and Axel over here in the kind of just outside of the shadow in the Artisan's Court. We then have Al and Zephyr, Februm, working against three different cultists, while individuals and civilians rush around them. And then finally, almost halfway through the Northern District itself, we have Octavia, Winnie, and Zephyr currently in the air, about 40 to 50 feet off the ground. Not necessarily out of danger, as there are other individuals in the air with them, but getting close to doing so. Now, with that, this map is a little ridiculous, so we are just going to go back to all of our beautiful faces.
It definitely helps for scale, though. Like, I didn't realize exactly how far away we were, so seeing it, I'm like, oh no!
Let me do a little modifying so that we can actually see people's characters. I'm going to make the map a little bigger, and we'll come back to it. But first, Lily, what do you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, so I'm just going to... I'll save it. I'm just gonna attack.
Okay.
I've already,
ahead.
like, done all my setup on previous turns. Ready to just swing.
Just swing, you shall then.
I don't have advantage or anything, I just have a blessing. So... 17 to hit.
Is it total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She hasn't gotten to do this, but you see her raise her hand, her hair kind of flying behind her, and she's gonna cast shield.
Cool. Great.
So misses.
I'll swing again. 24.
24 will still hit, even with the shield.
Yeah, so the first one's more of like a swing, and then the shield like kind of sends her back. So she says, Well, she doesn't say anything, I guess. She just kind of squints and then stabs straight through.
Finding the weak
Piercing
point.
shield. That's a lot of different dice that I get to roll. Oh. $36.
36 points of damage as you pierce through. Shit. Accidentally hit heal. 1 sec. But as you pierce through the two barriers of magic, one that you haven't even had an issue with, a mage armor that's kind of cast over her form. But this second barrier gave you an issue for but a second, but as you reposition, finding the weak point in the magic, effortlessly gliding through as if it were butter, stabbing out another section of this astral form that has attached itself to your body.
Cool.
Beautiful. That's it for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is Lily's turn. It was you said 38, right? 36?
36.
36. Okay. Lily is going to kind of fall down a little bit. She is kind of like grasping at her chest where you've hit that last mark, and she's desperately kind of looking back to Iris. She looks up at you. Why can't you just leave us alone? We were happy without you. Joyous, even. You never wanted to be a part of this family anyway.
I may have made some mistakes about how I spent my time, but this is the only family I've ever tried to be a part of. I found one that would accept me, even with all my absences. But I've had to fight hard for this one. And I think it's about time that your soul told the true story of what happened.
I guess it's no use then. You've deluded yourself. Better send you onward then. And you see that she gathers a fairly good amount of magic in her hand, looks at you, where you see her eyes kind of glance back towards Axel. She realigns, and she's going to cast Lightning Bolt through you, but also hitting Axel.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything for that. Dex save.
Dex save, please, and thank you.
I do have advantage. I did forget that because I am within 5 feet. Bless is for saving throws.
Bless is for saving throws.
So that's a 30.
You do, in fact, succeed on the save. Let me roll for Axel. Axel also succeeds on the save. With a 21. Let me make a con save for him. He's good on his con save as well. So you're each going to take 15 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
As it ricochets through you. And...
Oh, no. If you don't want to be a part of this family, then you can leave. But I'm trying to reunite my two families.
Well, you're going to have to go through me to do it.
I am actually not going to stab her as a reaction.
Ooh.
Character development.
No, I just have a lot of other reactions I can use.
They're gonna do some spell stuff. As you see, she gathers her breath. So you're just gonna regain a spell slot. After Lily, Iris's turn happens. Iris, seeing how bad Lily looks at the current moment, is going to bust out one of her higher level heals. She unfortunately doesn't have heal, but she does have a fairly strong cure wounds. Yep. She will heal Lily for almost the entirety of what you hit her for.
Okay.
That is all Iris can do. She will yell out, "Lily, stay in there! You can do it! I trust you."
And as she ends her turn, is she within 30 feet? I think she has to be, right?
Iris? Yeah, she's only 10 feet behind you.
Okay, I was just making sure she didn't move. She is going to quickly trace a constellation in the air. And she's gonna say, "Iris, I really don't want you to have to see this." And I need her to make a wisdom saving throw.
You need Iris to make a wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you using?
I'm using a rune that I haven't used yet.
Okay.
So the saving throw isn't that high, but I really, really hope it works.
Wisdom save. Okay. A 9 probably isn't going to do it, is it?
No.
Let me just make sure there's... I have to try one thing. You see it start to take hold of her. Whatever it is. Plus 2 is 11. Plus 3 is 14.
Ugh.
That
I
beat the
can't do
save.
anything about it. Okay, so I would really love for this to succeed.
Oh, would you now? Would you now?
I would.
Okay.
This effect is going to reduce her speed to 0 and incapacitate her descent, making her descend into a dreamy stupor. Not putting her to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I just don't want her helping Lily, and I don't want her viewing more of me hitting what she thinks is her sister.
Yeah. How do you really want this?
Mm-hmm.
You really want this to happen?
I do. I do not know exactly what would happen, but this is magic from the cloak. This is not ranger magic.
Mm-hmm. Where is this rune on? What is this rune on?
I don't know. I haven't really been flavoring it as being on, like, my equipment. I imagine they're just, like, on the cloak, and then I trace it in midair. And
Okay,
it,
I like that.
Glows brightly on the cloak somewhere.
You trace this out in midair using your needle as the pinpoint of a pen, and it appears as, what color is it usually? Like green?
The
Or blue?
magic from the runes?
Yes.
I imagine it would just be like white.
Okay. So it like creates these like quick white markings in the air in front of you. And you see it like it hits Iris for a second, but there is this bolstering like white energy in and of herself that you see she like catches herself at the last moment and kind of leans forward into it, using Favored by the Gods. And you think you need this to happen. It only works if it plays out in a certain way, and Iris interfering and watching this conflict is not helping the situation at all, not in your favor. And you focus in on this sense of want and desire. And the tip of your needle, there is a light spark of fire as it ripples backwards through the incisions that you've made in the air. You feel this warm, fiery energy fill your chest as the rune itself ignites in flames for a moment, kind of burning to cinder. But as it does, you watch Iris become woozy and crumple over to the side. You can tell that she's still breathing, but she is fully incapacitated.
I think as like before this like spark ignites, she does the magic and she just whispers under her breath, "Please, I can't let you see this." Okay. But that's my reaction.
How long she's incapacitated for and stuff?
Until she succeeds a saving throw at the end of each of her turns.
Gotcha. End of her turns. Understood. Next up, we kind of zoom out of here. I went to like do the map and stuff, and then forgot to do that. But we have Winnie, Octavia, and Zephyr flying 60 feet in the air over the northern district, with cultists still on your heels at the moment. There are a few stray arrows that are flying up in your direction. Let me just make some rolls just to make sure nothing hits.
Okay.
No one has an AC, does anyone have an AC 13 or below?
No.
Okay. Yeah, these arrows are kind of flying off to different edges. There's a lot of them, but even at this range, there doesn't really seem to be the accuracy or training to hit any of you.
Cool.
But what would you like to do? You see that there are night eyes up in the air around you. No one seems to have taken notice. And then far in the distance, the shining light of Lunaris is currently at your backs.
Max. Oh, go on.
Well, first of all, you need to turn up your gain because you're quiet.
Oh, me? Or Dane?
No, Dane. Every time, man. But I was gonna ask, are there like people underneath us, like on the ground, running still?
Almost definitely. Like, I think at this point where you're at, most people have been splitting off either north or either west or east. So you have people more running away from this main corridor. There's probably a handful of people that are still scattering. Some people that were trying to hide in buildings before they saw that cultists were breaking in and pulling people out.
Okay.
It's mainly cultists, though.
Okay. I would like to use my slippers of spider climbing to stand on the bottom of the broom.
Absolutely. I think that is beautiful.
Yep. And then I'm going to brandish my sword. And let's see, how many freaking times can I use pinpoint flash?
I think it's a number of times equal to your charisma modifier.
I think so. I'm just gonna enact pinpoint flash, and then I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm trying to hold a reaction to potentially protect us from anything flying at us. Is my goal.
Okay, so we're more like you're channeling this kind of electrical injection into your body to hone your reaction speeds.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not going to work traditionally as like pinpoint flash does, but
right.
Mark off like your second use of that.
Okay.
And then give me a dexterity check with proficiency.
Okay.
Just to see how good you're being at this.
You got it. I don't know why my dice tower isn't open. That's a mystery. You said dexterity. That's gonna be a 21.
Understood. Keeping that in mind. Anyone else doing anything? You can see the mail tower off in the distance. It's a kind of a downward slope towards the waterfront, but the mail tower is one of the taller buildings on the very edge of town, so it's harder to miss. What's up?
I want to talk in my bracelet. We didn't do that yet, did we?
No, we haven't.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
How does that work? I would know how that works by now, right?
This is something that Zephyr's been working on for a second. I don't know if Zephyr wants to try to help out in this moment. They have the most research of like how to communicate between these bracelets.
Zephyr, what button do I press?
Zephyr,
I don't understand this new technology. I'm old.
Max, I have a question real quick.
What's up?
How do I send
You said last session that we could see like Night Eyes getting overrun by cultists. Is that something that we actually saw, or was that you describing for flavor and like to let everyone else see?
It is definitely like it's no one named. None of the named Night Eyes have.
But we see it happening.
But you've seen some of your lower ranking Night Eyes, some of the assistants or newer graduates landed and then quickly got overrun by numbers. A lot of your higher ranking Night Eyes are staying in the air and doing their best to either evacuate civilians or pick off groups of Night Eyes using AoE magics. Or creating kind of defensive lines with their melee fighters.
Okay. Then when Winnie looks over at Zephyr, he is like not a blank stare, but he has got a borderline traumatized look on his face. As he's just kind of staring and not really paying attention. But if she gets his attention, then he'll be fine. What? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
So, and he like looks over and starts like poking at the at the wristband
Okay.
and explaining how it works.
Zephyr, I need you to make an Arcana check.
Yay! It's funny, that's my lowest roll on here, I think.
Is there any way I can help him? Like, try to
No,
keep him
because
focused?
he's helping you.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
right.
shouldn't Winnie make an Arcana check and I assist?
I don't think that's how it works.
What do you
I'm
wanna
not
do?
pushing the buttons for her, I'm just kind of like... I'm assuming
I
your
don't know,
Arcana is
Bestie. I
better
have a
than
minus
+2.
1 on our
Never mind,
Arcana,
I will do it.
So.
We can have Winnie make the check. You wanna? I can do this.
No, that's okay.
Okay, I'll make the check.
I'll
glad
do
I brought
it.
I'm like
Popcorn.
Winnie's.
Nice.
So transparent. Winnie's DC would be higher, significantly, because she
I'll
hasn't been doing work in this. Your DC has gotten lower as you've put more effort into figuring out how to do
Oh.
this.
Sick. Okay, yeah, I'll do it then.
Okay.
Hot dice.
Tamale?
Can I re-roll it because it landed where there's just a line.
Oh,
straight
if it's cocked, yeah, re-roll it.
Okay. I mean, I could take the 7 or 17, but 16, 18.
18.
I thought you were gonna
Okay.
say 6. I was like,
Zephyr, I do have a question for you. Do you have any hit dice left?
I've
Been using a lot of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
blown through 10 hit dice last session.
Jesus Christ!
That's a
You
lot.
God.
We had to get out of there.
you tap into the magic of the bracelet and start working with the intricacies of the enchantment work done around the item itself and come to a realization that without modifying the enchantment itself, it would be relatively difficult from this end to send out a message. These bracelets are set up more to receive messages from either a central command unit, which allows them to be able to receive entrance codes and things that's how you got into your dorms, that's how you got into all the rooms, is that messages were being sent to your bracelets, which allowed you to enter these facilities. But you think if you can tweak this one rune, you can turn it into a two-way device. And so if you would like to expend a hit dice, you think that you can just etch a little extra mark in the last rune of the enchantment.
Am I doing this on my bracelet or Winnie's?
You are probably doing this on Winnie's, but you think that it might have a chain reaction with linked devices.
Yeah, I'll expend the hit dice.
Okay.
And Zephyr's gonna, as he's kind of like poking at it, he's gonna pull out a little pin that he'd been using to work on it. He's gonna go. So now this might work or blow us all up.
What?
All right, here we go. And
Wait.
he's gonna do it.
The dust, the particles of magic around Zephyr's finger sharpen to a point for just a moment as he makes a quick slash across the bracelet. And you kind of see it pulse blue for a second. And the rest of you, no matter where you are, I would say Lily's probably the only one. Well, Zephyr and not Zephyr, but Februm and Al are pretty in conflict as well. But you all kind of notice that your bracelets glow a light blue for a second, and that runic mark elongates itself on each of your bracelets. Above board, as an action, you can cast Sending to the whole party.
Hell yes!
It's almost kind of like a text thread.
This is
Zephyr
gonna get
holds his
abused
hand up.
later.
No, wait. Okay, it didn't blow up. We're good.
You know, I was gonna call you a genius too. You're still a genius, but not as much. No, since you thought we were gonna blow up. It's just gonna blow up.
It was just, I was just warning on the possibility. Would you rather have been blindsided by me saying, yeah, I got this, and then we all combust?
Maybe.
You know what? Actually, fair point.
It's just like she's like, yeah, maybe.
What are you saying, Winnie?
Oh, wait, I wonder. No, that's more of a Zephyr thing. I was
25
like, am I? Well, I was gonna say, am I gonna say this like as a code, or am I just gonna straight up say it? And I was like, well, Zephyr would be like,
I would say it
the
as a
eagle
code, yeah.
has landed, like. When he probably wouldn't.
Starshine is in the building.
Or Shard is in the middle.
Her luminousness.
Houston, we have problem. We have a problem.
I think it would be moonshine.
That's good.
Alcohol.
You guys.
High proof moonshine.
She's like, you guys.
Fuck.
Good start.
Lunaris is.
Max, where is she? I know she's like up top somewhere, but like where?
She's above the shadow currently.
Oh, okay. So Lunaris is.
Above the shadow. Hasn't spotted us yet. Be careful. Also, Zephyr did this to the bracelets. Cool.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
You all, if you're open to receiving messages, receive this kind of general information in your heads. The only caveat to this version of sending is you don't get a free response. You do have to spend your action to add a message to the text chain.
That makes sense.
They all signed up for the terms and conditions. They didn't read what it said. They have to take it.
Yeah, like it sends you that prompt like, oh, it may incur extra charges, and you have to decide. So it takes an extra action.
You're like, okay, fine. But with
Gotta wait for the
that,
ads to end.
I'm assuming the three of you are continuing to move forward north.
Yeah, I guess I'm driving the broom, so yeah, we're moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you continue to do so.
How much damage do I take if I dash to get us there faster?
A D12.
Let's go for it.
What did I just say?
Let's go.
I will say you can't dash this turn. Your action would have been helping Winnie
Okay, that's fair.
with all the stuff.
How much damage do I take to make it a bonus action?
That would be like double
Yeah, hold on.
damage.
I'm not saying yes, but you know, if the offer's on the table, how much would it be? 2?
No, stop it.
2? No, okay. I'm gonna give Bardic to Octavia,
Cool.
and kind of just end up mirroring the pose that she's in while she's like upside down, just unintentionally.
Nice.
Love to see it. Next up, we go over to the cultists. Currently fighting Februm and Al. The spellcaster is up first. Kind of put face to face with Februm. Like, get away, you fool! And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, okay.
As he puts his hand out in front of him, and just a column of flame just hits you in the face.
How's a 14?
14 is a success.
Oh, okay, cool.
This guy's not that powerful. Y'all just aren't doing very well.
Nope.
Fair.
I would really like my normal dice. I've been rolling things on my phone. It doesn't feel right. I don't know where my bag of dice went. I guess I only have 1 on me. So we're gonna roll 4d6 with 1d6. Okay, ready? 5, 6, 9, 15, 7 points of fire damage.
Cool.
That is it for their turn. The 2 guards in front of Al are going to make a combined 4 attacks against him.
Let's go.
Does one still deal less damage?
I believe one does deal less damage, so we'll do the first ones are his things. But an 18 I don't think hits.
No.
A 9 doesn't hit.
No.
A 15 doesn't hit.
No.
And an 11 doesn't hit.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Tank build coming through.
Old man.
With that, though, Februm, it is your turn.
I am going to. What does it take to stow my bow and pull out my scythe?
Call it a bonus action. Because you get a free item interaction to stow it, and then bonus action to pull it out. We'll say that.
Gotcha. I will take that. So I will. He'll quickly pull out the scythe and make. I don't think he can do anything special. I'll just make 3 attacks with it.
Roll them each individually.
Yo. Hey, first one is a 10.
To hit?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Misses?
Oh god.
Oh no!
Second one is a 12.
Misses?
Okay. Next one is a 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, cool.
Oh no.
Ouchie.
You swing once. The priest kind of dodges over to the side. He's like, you swing again. He flips to the other side. Looks at you. You can't hit me. And then you kind of flip the scythe sideways and just do a wide swing. Give me the damage. I'm pretty sure you're gonna do enough.
Okay.
To as you kind of bring your scythe through, makes contact with the center of his body, and you just. What's the damage?
10.
And you just clean cut right through his stomach area, and there's just.
So, I imagine while he's making those attacks, he's like
Oh
stumbling
shit! Wait,
a
I
little
gotta make
bit.
a save for him.
Oh crap!
Oh, because there's
just about
zombie
to ask.
mode.
Like as he's swinging him, he's like stumbling a little bit, like falling a little bit to the side, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot how heavy this thing was," and he just.
And you slash through, and as he kind of looks up at you, there's a burst of fire in his eyes, and the wound quickly burns over around his stomach. He looks horrible, but still standing, which I forgot. Also, one of the guards is in the exact same situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is your whole turn, Februm, unless you would like to move.
I will not.
Al, it is your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. How does the third guy look?
Decent. A little winded, but not bloodied.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna just punch the one guy.
Beautiful.
That's at 1 HP right now, yeah. Where are you?
Roll to hit.
19.
19 will hit.
Okay.
Let me just roll saves because it really doesn't matter how much damage you do. You're going to do more than one.
Okay. I did 12, if that makes a difference.
You punch him and he just barely comes back this second time. You can see that it is weaker. There's less energy propelling him back up, but he still stands in front of you.
Okay, I'll hit him again.
Roll to hit.
That'll be a 10. I'll use my last flash of genius because I want this guy down. So 14.
14 misses.
Mother of
Oh,
Naris.
no.
The armor combined with the shield that he's holding does seem to deflect that last punch. Almost in a kind of an uncanny fluid motion, he brings up his shield, deflecting the last punch, pushing it away from him.
I will use my bonus action to cast... What do I have? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself. And prepare for another 4 attacks.
Beautiful. We go up to Axel. Who has a bit of damage on the side, kind of scarred from the lightning, but seems to be keeping it together for the most part. They are going to... They're going to run up to Lily. They're going to tap her on the back for a little extra healing. Or if that looks like their intention. I don't know if Lily does anything.
Well, okay, so I imagine she's probably, like, looking back to check on Axel. And she sees him move toward her, and she's like, I'm okay for now.
Are you...
I mean, if you're not doing anything else, I guess it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm just don't waste your energy.
Do you not want me to help you?
Yeah, just go ahead. It's fine. I want to make sure you're okay too.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine.
Now I'm gonna stab her again. So.
I have conflicting feelings about this, but okay. You heal for 11 points.
Alrighty.
It is then your turn again.
Okay, I am going to use my bonus action to invoke another rune. The last one I have available to me. And I think the white light that I trace in the air is kind of mimicked in my eyes, as there's just these little white pinpricks in the middle of her eyes that allow her to enter into a prophetic state that I can make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check have advantage or disadvantage, as long as the creature's within 60 feet. So I'm not doing that yet, but I am just going to attack now.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Swing. Oh, yeah, that's... Let's see how much that hits. Yeah, that's a 30.
Yeah, that does it.
Yeah. There's so many dice.
This has been about 4 rounds of Lily just getting wailed on.
Good.
That's 34.
34 points of damage. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And then that's gonna be a 26 to hit.
26 will hit. I haven't been doing this at all. Damn it! I told myself I was going to do this too!
Oh, the cold shield.
I'll do it this time.
Do it, yeah, do it for the last two.
Yep. 18 points of cold damage for the last two.
18. Okay. Nice.
I've been reminding myself all week. I'm like, Lily has a cold fire shield. Lily has a cold fire shield.
28 points piercing damage.
28 points of piercing damage. And you do that first attack, just shrugging off the cold energy that is coming off of Lily. First attack, you go for the center of her chest. But she moves out to the side, still dealing a significant blow, but not exactly where you want it to. So for this next one, you anticipate her movements, figuring out her patterns of dodging, and drive it forwards, and then curving it at the last second to anticipate the direction that she would dodge because of the angle of attack. And you see it strike true, and it should go all the way through, but you see it rebuffed for just the fraction of a second that it would take to have a final impact. She did have a death ward that went off.
I think there's a moment where she hits and she like catches something, and there's this like, I've been calling it a soul thread, but she just like catches something and she like pulls on something and her needle is pushed out, but she smiles knowing that she found it finally.
That's it for your turn, right?
Yes.
Please, God.
Please.
It is Lily's turn. She looks up at you. You were heartless then, and you're heartless now. That's all you will ever be. Iris has always deserved more than you. That's what you made me for, isn't it? You made me to be more for her. You see that, like, Lily, like, there are tears that are starting to come. She does not look good. There is almost an astral reflection behind her of your current form that is, like, has, like, one fingertip holding on to your body.
It's a good thing. I'm a whole lot more now than I was then. And much more than you'll ever be, by the way.
If I'm a failure, then that only reflects on your own abilities. Lily. She will use her regained 4th level spell slot to force an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Oh. Even with advantage, that's not a good roll. Let's see. That's a total of 5.
Oh no! That is a failure.
Okay.
You feel a stinging psychic energy enter your head. You're gonna take some psychic damage, and you are incapacitated until the start of Lily's next turn. As you feel your arms just kind of fall limp to your side, you don't lose grasp of anything in your hands, but you feel pulled out of this body for a moment, but not in the way that you wanted to be. Let's do this. 6, 10, 13. Oh god. 18. 24. 30. that was almost all like 6s and 5s. 35 points of psychic damage. Knowing that you can't move, Lily is going to run over to Iris. She's gonna make an Arcana check to see if there's anything that she can do about it. Connor, you can let me know if there's. Nope, does not matter. She did not roll high enough to figure that out. But she goes over and she tries to like shake Iris. Iris, come on, wake up, Iris. Iris kind of just like lays there, her eyes like glazed over and still looking forwards. But unresponsive. Is Lily gonna do anything else on her turn?
It doesn't stop from me being incapacitated. She still has to succeed. It's not like a concentration effect.
Oh, that's what I figured. I don't think there's anything else Lily can do. Unfortunately. I think she'll turn around. Here's what she'll do. I'm gonna retcon just a little bit. Sorry, I have a lot working on here. She's gonna bonus action cast her spell to do a spell as a cantrip as an action.
I see.
She's going to just do a quick sacred flame on an incapacitated creature. 7 and Jesus, 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
It is Iris's turn. She makes a saving throw at the end of her turn, correct?
At the end.
At the end of her turn. Wisdom save, right?
Yes.
That is the same fucking roll as last time, and she does not have the bonuses. She remains incapacitated. Winnie, Zephyr, Octavia. With your defense of your flank below, you don't have to have any issue with the cultists. Any arrow that comes close to you, you kind of quickly deflect with the short sword, just knocking them off to the side in either direction.
Just some flavor text, like as she stands, she's just like the sword is like spinning around her, and just you hear ting ting ting, and she's like flipping it around. She's like, "Are we getting any closer?"
Moving so fast that it doesn't even look like you're holding the blade. It's just kind of stuck in the after image.
Hell yeah.
But as you're flying through the air, I need Zephyr and Winnie to both make perception checks for me.
Nat 1.
Mm.
That one didn't even roll. That was just a plop, flip, plop.
You are
That was
muted,
something
Samantha.
out of a...
You said perception, right?
I did say perception.
Okay, 21.
21. Zephyr, you are focused on the road ahead. You've got your eyes down, kind of tracing the ground. You know exactly where you're going.
Can I say I'm focused on the carnage? Like the...
I'll take it, yeah.
Fighting?
You start, like, noticing... you see a young family that's being pulled from their houses by cultists. You see a pair of twins, boy and girl, with their mother kind of wrapped around them. Their dad looks like he's tried to put up a fight, but has been knocked to the ground, while the mom is just holding the two kids. And it's pulling you out of it. The world around you goes a little dull. But
Zephyr's hair starts to fall slightly.
gets a little gray.
Yeah.
But Winnie, you look around as you're flying free from the broom, and you see that there is probably 2 night eyes that seem to be flying in your direction. They don't seem to be hostile in any sense, but they seem to be flying in your direction. They'll probably be here by next turn, if nothing else happens.
Okay.
Hey, guys. Night Eyes heading this way. Should we be alarmed? You think they're gonna try and take the time to arrest us? Where are they gonna take us? Do you think
Huh?
we could just, like,
What's happening?
Night Eyes?
I see them.
Uh,
I don't think that. Can I tell that they don't seem hostile, or am I so focused on what I'm doing I am not paying attention?
It's not something that they're like trying to hide. This is like adults are coming to check in on children.
Oh, okay.
They're more worried with their surroundings than they are focused on you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna blow past them.
They don't seem like a threat. We'll deal with it if they come closer and they try to hurt us, but I kind of feel like they're a little preoccupied at the moment.
Cool.
Yeah, we don't really have time.
Octavia is kind of busy, but Zephyr and Winnie, is there anything that you're doing specifically?
I'm gonna dash as an action.
Okay. You dash as an action. You take 2 points of necrotic damage.
Sick.
Max, how close are we to the mail place?
Time's a little fuzzy, but let's update you on this map. I would say at this moment you're currently flying around the northern school. Kind of getting right up next to it. You've got a fair good distance to go. At your current pace, it depends on whether or not you want to try to fly over the school or if you want to fly around the school. I would say flying over it would be faster, but your magic might get funky. It is very similar to like the academy, where there are barriers, there are invisible aspects. It's been enchanted. You don't know how many of those are still active. It's probably be a challenge, but it'll probably take an additional round to fly around the school itself.
It's a plan, Winnie. Over or around?
You got 3 if you want to go straight through, 4 to go around.
I don't want to risk it. I'd rather get to him than try and fail.
All
If
right.
he's still there. So, around.
Can I dash as well?
Yeah.
With my flying speed? I'm gonna do that.
So we could go even faster if we both dash. Let's go.
I'd say you both dash. You can probably do it in 2 rounds.
All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
dashing.
I'm also gonna use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Octavia, just to give a little bit extra.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Kind of help with your lower shield. But absolutely understood. Moving on from that, we go back to our boys in the artisan's court.
Boys.
Boy.
Februm, I'm going to need you to make another dexterity saving throw as
Yes.
the priest in front of you sticks his hands out again. He's going to do a close range burning hands.
God, not doing well. It's a 11.
11 will fail. 12 points of fire damage. As this one seems to catch you a little more in the chest than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Al, we have 4 attacks against you with your boosted AC. I'm pretty sure they pretty much have to roll like a natural 20 to hit you. What's your AC?
22.
Not quite a natural 20, but they got to roll pretty close. Okay.
The goal.
Nope. 22?
No way.
Yeah!
Oh
I
my
cast
God.
fuck you.
It's
No.
super effective.
3 of them miss, 1 hit.
Alright.
That is D8D6 plus something. That was a low goddamn roll.
Good.
That is 4 points of slashing damage and 3 points of fire damage.
Yeah, that works.
With that, Februm, it's your turn.
I am going to go ahead and swap weapons again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn around and have my back to the mage, and I'm just gonna kind of be like, yeah, whatever, just focus on me, thank you. And when I turn my back to him...
I don't know when this guy
don't
turned into like
attack
a
him.
senile old man, but like, I'm living for it.
And I'm gonna turn my back to him, and I'm gonna slap him with my tentacle.
Look at me, you football!
Oh my gosh.
That is a nat 20.
No way.
Okay.
This fight is a meme, and I love
Only
it.
need 1 damage, but...
Like, let me make a roll. Unfortunately, crits don't. He's got plus. He's fine through the second one. He just gets whacked. There's a little like burst of flame. How dare you!
Do it again.
I like to think that it doesn't do any damage, but it's all like slimy and wet and gross, so it's just uncomfortable. It does no damage. He's like, eh.
19.
Yeah, just, like, slides.
19 hits.
Okay.
He's got to roll real high to succeed this the third time.
Okay, let's hope he does
Nope.
not.
You see, you.
Cool.
Oh, how could? And you just like whack his head, and all of like the flames and energy that was kind of holding them together dissipate in a moment. He begins to fall to the ground before there's a and his whole body incinerates.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I'm gonna imagine Februm didn't watch any of that.
But that was 2 attacks.
And then my last attack, I am going to shoot an arrow at the... which one should I go for?
The one that's at 1.
I'll go with the one that's at 1.
Okay, I got it. Go for the one that's at 1.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Natural 1, moving on. Or 20.
That one, yeah.
That one. Okay, that one. Moving on. Ow.
Oh, good. Okay.
You just hear this guy behind you explode, and you're like, "What was that?"
And then you just hear...
Yeah, I'll punch him.
It is a natural 1.
16.
I love punch.
16 misses.
No freaking way.
Just barely.
Okay. Let's go again. How about an unnatural 20?
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bottled it.
You're doing the injured one, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is their third check, so again, I don't think they're gonna be able to do this, but let's see. They got a +4. They need a 20.
I swear to God. I swear
Oh,
to God.
God.
That's a 16 on the dice for a 20 total.
Oh my god.
This is the guard that will not die.
What do I have? What do I have? What do I have?
Okay, he won't succeed the next one.
The next, yeah, he can't. He physically cannot succeed the
Yeah.
next check.
Good. I'll use my bonus action to use my last defensive field for realsies this time. Can I use a free action to talk to someone?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I want to turn to the guy that still has HP.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I just want to look him straight dead in the face and said, "Please, we're trying to reach you. You're in a coma. Please wake up." And then look straight back at the other guy.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake
Please,
up!
you're in a simulation.
Make a performance check with disadvantage.
Can I make a persuasion check instead?
Blue pill.
No,
Blue
no.
pill.
I would
This is deception, if anything. But I think performance makes more fun.
Okay. At a disadvantage, you said.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Cool. Shit. 7.
Oh.
What?
How?
Are you hearing this guy?
Oh,
I don't
out of
respond.
character.
I think we're just putting him down at this point.
Oh.
Okay. With that, Mel runs off into the distance somewhere, and
My boy.
it is Axel's turn. Axel looks a little worried.
Rightly so.
Don't know what he can do. I think he's gonna do that. I think he's been holding on to that. Yeah. Axel, don't know. I don't know if this works. I think I want to rule that it does. Axel is going to panic for a minute, but then is going to cast Dispel Magic at 5th level.
I've never. Okay.
It's one of those I'm like, I don't know if that actually does work on the spell.
I don't.
Probably not raw, but I don't
Oh.
mind it. I don't hate it. I'm even in outside of this situation, I don't hate it.
I'm like, I gotta read over the spell again. It is instantaneous, so technically he would have to remove the effect, not the... Actually, I know what he's going to do, because he has this 5th level spell anyway. He will go up to you and he's going to cast Greater Restoration.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, that'll do it. I forgot he had that spell.
I'm like, well, if you don't have Greater Restoration.
No, he's got Greater. So he goes up. This is like the last of his spell energy, though, without dipping into like his bit of like flame. You like
Okay.
you see the last little bit of like additional sparkle that's not his own life force is like pumped into you in one moment. He's like, that's all I got, Lily. And you feel your body reconnect and you have full control over yourself again. And it's your turn.
Can I get smaller voluntarily?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
She shakes her head and blinks a few times. Gosh, I thought you would have been more kind to the body that you're going to be inhabiting.
You see that Lily is like facing away from you, kind of still cradling Iris. Seems to be kind of almost mumbling to herself. It's like, come
She's gonna
back,
walk up.
Iris.
Yeah.
Iris.
Put a hand on her shoulder.
Mm-hmm. She stops talking as soon as you like touch her shoulder.
She gets right up next to her ear. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? This is it, you know.
Why'd it have to be me?
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
Like, why?
You mean the whole fake narrative that you came up with, or like, actually?
Fake. What are you talking about?
You don't really remember, do you? I'll admit, I've almost forgotten too. But if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
You see that, like, there's this, like, puzzled look over Lily's face. She's, like, looking, like, kind of openly around, looks back down at Iris. But...
Would you like me to remind you? Or
Kinda-
would you rather return without knowing the truth?
No, Iris said that you were coming to hunt us down.
I'm coming to hunt you down, yes. Because you are in my body, and I am in yours.
I don't... You see that there's, like, a disconnect happening. And your body is almost taking on more of, like, robotic features and characteristics. Almost like Lily's short-circuiting.
Not like this isn't the body I've been looking
No.
for.
It's
Okay.
still, like, the humanoid form, but the
Yeah.
soul is manifesting almost robotic characteristics in the body that she's currently in.
I want to say I feel bad for you, but I just don't. No, even if you've forgotten, you've done something terrible. You stole my body. You stole my sister. And to be completely honest, you've stolen my entire life. I haven't been able to do anything other than train to defeat you.
I didn't steal anything.
She
you
turned
wanted
her
to
around.
leave.
Maybe going back to this body will jog your memory?
I don't want to go back. There was, like, she starts, like, pulling away from you a little bit. There, like, I'm probably not doing it full justice, but she's, like, tears are streaming down her face.
Yeah. No. It's too late. I'd love to kill you here. Really, I would. I've been hoping and dreaming that I'd be able to send you back into this body and then burn it to ashes. Nope. But I don't get to do that. I made a promise. No, you're going through something that's much worse than death. And trust me, I don't know what it is. But I can't imagine the things she's gonna do to you. And I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm.
She puts a hand on her shoulder hard this time. For real this time. Do you have any last words?
She looks over to the incapacitated Iris. I love you.
No, you don't. And she's going to stab her
Yeah. Roll to hit.
Okay, good. 23.
That 23 will hit. You make contact with Lily's form, and there is a bright flash of light. And we're going to come back to this in a second.
Okay.
Next up, Winnie, Zephyr, Octavia, you have 2 rounds to make it to the mailroom.
HP for 2 rounds. Let's go.
You start speeding up, and the Night Eyes make an attempt to call out to you. Hey, where are you going? But you quickly begin to kind of outpace them, and neither of them seem to pursue you. They kind of look off in other directions, realize that their help is needed elsewhere, and split off as you ricochet around the tower and heading north. If you are both dashing, then we can do both rounds real fast. But Zephyr, you're going to take 2d12 of necrotic damage.
Oof.
Someone will catch
Do
me if I
we
fall down.
know that this is hurting Zephyr to dash?
I
I
mean,
feel
you
like
can
it shows.
like every time he moves forwards, like he's like gritting and like crunching down on his teeth.
Oh, he's white knuckle right now,
Oof.
which is funny because he has blue skin. But
I
So
think
it's
it
very
wouldn't be unrealistic for Octavia to be able to grab him if he were to fall.
I think you could probably do
That's
it, especially with your reaction speed right now.
Yep.
It is
And
going to be a
being upside
high
down.
check.
Yep.
Yeah.
But she'd also have more time to react too because she's upside down, so she'd be able to see me falling for longer.
I don't know if
I'm
that's
grasping-
possible.
I'm
I'm not seeing that, but we'll see.
Well,
You do have a spell for that, though.
we'll see what happens first. But with both of you dashing, that's kind of your actions for now. Zephyr. 9 points of necrotic damage on the first one.
Okay. So, oh, then I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and then 4 points of necrotic damage on the second. Like, I'm looking at your hit points. I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. I miscounted. Yeah, I'm
No,
good.
you are good. But with that, we will skip over a little bit of the individual rounds, and you 3 successfully make your way all the way to
Yay.
Nice.
the mail tower.
Good shit. Can I be really dramatic and say that I use thaumaturgy to throw open all the windows?
To your father's apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get there, you kind of like throw them open. We're gonna come back to that in a second.
Okay.
Priest is dead, so that means it is just 4 attacks against Al.
Woohoo!
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
18. 9. 15. 9. Nope.
Yay!
Februm. Your go.
Yep. I'm just gonna start shooting.
Okay.
I don't have any AoE attacks. I probably wouldn't want to use them anyways.
Do it.
So I'll hit the one that's at 1 HP first.
Understood. Roll to hit.
That is a 17.
Just hits. They're dead. I'm not even gonna roll it. A natural 20 does not meet the DC. They're dead.
Next one is going to be a 23.
23 hits.
Cool. Hold on, guys. That's going to be 10 damage.
10 damage. Kind of strikes
and
that one
then
in the
a-
back.
Yep, and then a 17.
17 just hits.
Cool.
Nice.
And that's 11 damage.
11 points of damage. They're still standing as 2 arrows go in their back. A bit of blood kind of coughs up in front of them. You can see that they're not doing well. But you know that the first time they go down is not usually the tea for these individuals. Anything else, Februm?
That's it.
Okay, Al.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Okay. We are going to do... Do I want to do that and just... How are they looking?
Not great.
Not great.
They are coughing up blood currently.
Yeah, no. I'll just punch them regularly.
Okay, roll to hit.
That'll be a 12.
That misses.
Yeah. The second one will be a 14.
A 14 also misses.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tale of two tanks.
The exhaustion is kicking in. And with my bonus action, I have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't give you disadvantage on attacks, but
No, it doesn't. But and for my bonus action, I will
beautiful.
do that.
You just keep swinging away, and with your attention kind of drawn elsewhere, you're just hitting the shield repeatedly, causing dents in the ironwork, but not doing any damage to the individual behind it. I'm gonna say let's just go with another quick round of Februm and Al. So that'll be 2 attacks against Al now. That's a nat 1.
Cool.
That's 2 nat 1s. Okay,
Nobody's
Februm.
rolling well over here.
Let's no. All right. First attack is a 19.
19 hits.
Uh,
Go ahead and roll me damage on the first one.
Yep. That is 12 damage.
You watch that first round of fiery resurgence activate, and they stand back up.
Next one is a 25.
25 will hit.
What is that?
Second time, they successfully roll and are able to stay on their feet.
Next one's a nat 1.
That one misses.
Uh,
As Februm, you whittle down their life essence enough to they're just relying on the power of the devouring that has nested itself within their souls. And they stare at you, Al, no longer any thought or direct action behind their eyes, just this burning rage and desire to swing at whatever's in front of them. It is your turn.
and yeah, and then Februm's just gonna like start walking slowly towards him after that.
Understood?
Okay. First attack is going to be a natural 17, so that's like 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
They don't go down.
Oh.
That's a nat 20 on the save.
Oh my god.
Second
Alright.
attack.
This has gotta be it.
Oh.
That'll be a 14.
Oh.
A 14 misses.
One more turn.
One more turn! Februm, it's your turn!
Yup. Is he gonna attack?
Oh, he does attack. He gets 2 attacks against Al. That's a 6. That's a 15.
Cool.
Februm's there now, so he's just gonna flap him with his tentacle.
Whack! Roll to hit.
15.
15 misses.
Oh my god.
God. God.
Wow.
Okay, 21.
21 hits. This individual cannot roll above a 25. The two of you are just slugging it out with these cultists. Just can't seem to get them to stay down. And a good two shake from the back of Februm's tentacle seems to do it once again, as the last cultist finally. I want to think that your tentacle does the little unconscious karate chop thing.
Yeah.
And the final cultist falls over. His body immediately immolates and is covered in flame. Should mention there are 3 little tiny crystals that you see drop. I don't know if there's any interest in those. But they all seem to drop embers.
Februm takes a deep breath and kind of puts a hand on Al's shoulder, and he's just like, "You alright, man? You started talking about some simulation earlier. Is everything... You good?"
Yeah, it was something that my dad taught me when I had no other options, and let's just ignore that and let's go find Lily and Axel.
Yup.
Or should we just go to the? Should we just go to the rendezvous?
I'm going to assume that they're together, in which case I'm sure they'll be fine.
Okay.
Februm's gonna go ahead and collect the embers.
Okay. We are officially out of combat. If that wasn't
Nice.
made aware or present.
Oh my word.
Sorry, y'all.
Wow.
Oh.
Damn.
I think we're gonna finish off with Lily's thing. So we're gonna go in kind of a little bit of a different order here. We'll start with Al and Februm. Where are you heading? Where are you going?
Did we see where Ned was going off to?
Make a perception check.
We assume he's going the right way.
Yeah. I hope.
Instead of
He had
perception.
access to all of my thoughts, so.
I did say
Oh,
perception.
I have disadvantage.
Oh. I just don't have good rolls today. that's a
Has to be
12 for me.
A 5.
Both of you look around. There's no sign of Mel's body or Ned.
Cool.
Let's just go to the docks.
Okay, you decide to go to the docks. It's gonna take you a little bit to get there.
Wait. How far away is Wouldn't It Be Nice?
Down the street in the opposite direction.
Let's just go to the docks.
Okay.
Oh, my good friend.
I'm sure she got out.
I'd say if Februm sees something interesting, I know he passed by a lot of shops on the way here. If he sees anything interesting, just lying on the ground on the way there, he'll pick it up.
Depends on what routes you're taking. Most places have been pretty cleared out. There's probably scraps and stuff on the main roads. But if you're trying to avoid conflicts, you're not going to run into a whole bunch of opportunities to grab things.
Probably do that then.
Okay. But with that, as long as you're attempting to avoid conflicts and stuff, there are larger groups and masses that are starting to form. You can make it to the docks, not with ease. It takes you some time, but without any further difficulty.
Cool.
Cool.
Winnie, Zephyr, and Octavia, you fly directly to these kind of large sliding glass doors, a bit of a balcony area. Yes.
I'm gonna jump off before we get there because I want to secure us a ride.
Beautiful. You jump off and kind of skitter down the tower, using kind of your momentum to do a little like loop-de-loop around the tower.
Like one hand on the tower, like Edge Runner, is it?
Yeah, kind of just like.
Oh yeah.
And you slide off, making your way quickly to the docks.
Sick.
But Winnie and Zephyr, you fly in through this glass window, and the first thing you notice is that this room, your entire dad's apartment, has been ransacked. There are flipped tables and chairs. All of the cabinets, pantries, any closets have been completely just ripped apart. You see there are scorch marks all over the woodwork in here, as well as just shattered glass just littering the area.
Oh my gosh. Dad! I don't want to say it too loud because my dad's gonna be like, whoa, what's the matter? Because
You...
like, she's looking around accurately.
Oh, Jesus. That's a really high pollen count here. I'm dying.
The worst.
You yell out, oh shit. Okay.
That's not a good sign that you just oh shit.
You take a couple steps in off the balcony way, kind of yelling for your father. And Winnie, I'm assuming you're walking in first?
Yeah.
Zephyr, are you following?
Yeah, very close behind, and I already have a sword drawn.
You walk in, and Zephyr, you take no more than a step into the vicinity of Winnie's father's apartment, and you feel just the slight sharp sensation at your neck. And be like, you gotta put that down? Or are we gonna have to... It'll be difficult.
Is that my dad?
Winnie, you
Looky,
kind of
looky.
quickly look around. Your dad has taken one of his liquor bottles and shattered it to create a impromptu dagger, and has it at Zephyr's throat.
I thought you were gonna say that it was a needle and that the one called this
drugged.
lady was there, and I was like, God damn it!
Don't give him ideas.
He looks...
Try to drop it, but it goes back into my ring as I put my hands up.
You put your hands up. Winnie, your dad kind of stumbles for a second as
As he accidentally stabs me.
he kind of just has to catch himself. He's fully intoxicated at the active moment. But even with your passive perception, you didn't notice him at all. And as you begin to look around the room, you notice that most of the glass is shattered beer bottles or liquor bottles, and they all seem to have bits of blood or scraps of clothing that have been mangled in with the glass itself. And as you kind of look at your dad, he's got some light burn marks from fire, but he seems to be okay considering.
Holding his own pretty good.
Your dad may be retired. He's a trained Night Eye.
That's true.
And it looks like he had enough bottles in this household to create many an improvised throwing weapon. And as you kind of look around the corner, there's a small pile of cultists that have been kind of pushed over to the side.
Winnie, I thought your dad liked me.
Oh! A Zephyr! Oh, sweet! Winnie,
Dad.
Hi, Euro. What's happening? What's going on? This is
a lot. This is a lot.
Oh, sorry.
can you put the glass down from. Yeah. Are
You
you
know,
okay?
just had to do,
First of all-
like, waving it around. Like, oh, you know, I just had to do what I had to do.
Right.
Zephyr kind of steps back by Winnie.
Right. I can. Points to the cultist in the corner. I can see that.
Oh, yeah, they think they stood a chance. I used to deliver the mail. These are nothing.
I used to deliver the mail. Sorry.
Yeah. I'd be cheering with you right now if this wasn't a very horrifying situation. We need to get out of here.
Oh.
No,
Do I
no,
have time to
is-
pack?
No.
no.
Just the essentials then. Okay.
Yeah.
Grabs
And a couple
beer
things that
bottles.
aren't alcohol.
He grabs like a little like duffel bag, goes over to like his liquor cart and just like strong arms the whole thing.
Dad,
What?
it's not essential.
For you, maybe.
Some, like, clothes. I mean, you
Dad.
could still take some, but like maybe just a couple like non-essentials.
Fine.
Like,
Dad, I don't-
clothes,
I'll
maybe
grab a
some-
sweater.
I don't have time to have
Cold.
the why
It's
you
better
shouldn't
than
drink
nothing,
conversation, okay? Outside, the world is falling apart, and we gotta get out of here before the devouring takes over the whole city. Or before the cultists do.
He like
Or before Norris does. Or some other fourth thing.
he swings the bag like over his shoulder. He walks up to you. He's like, puts a hand on your shoulder. It's okay. I mean, they've got you guys. Like you got this. Like, it's all good.
Zephyr.
It's the alcohol breath for me.
Zephyr
The beer breath.
like
Mm-hmm.
flicks his wristband to get the like notification. I'm sure can show up of like our wanted posters. And be like, that's
Oh
not
yeah, Dad.
the best.
We're
We're kind of going through it right now.
Oh,
Zephyr, we haven't even left my house, and you just told my dad that I'm an outlaw.
Hey, you're a
would've already
rebel. You know, back when I was your age.
Dad, we don't have time for this kind of conversation right
As
now.
much as I would love to hear
Okay,
this
okay.
conversation.
Like, we gotta go.
Oh, also, we have a friend, who's helping us. So if you see someone kind of like slightly taller than me, kind of mean, doesn't look super friendly,
Doesn't look anything
petty
like
thief,
you.
doesn't look anything like me,
I don't.
talks a lot.
You know, why don't you just point them out?
Um,
My my eyesight's pretty fuzzy right now, anyway. So like,
Yeah, we'll just tell you don't stab this person and don't stab him.
you just tell
The
me,
pretty
and
British
I,
work lady.
and I won't throw a bottle at them.
Okay.
What's British?
Cool.
I guess it wouldn't be British, huh? There's no Britain in D&D.
But yeah, he
Perfect.
packs himself a little
Not
bag.
anymore.
Not anymore. Not for.
There's only 3
many
cities.
years.
Such a dumb
Britain's
bit.
not one of them.
But he packs up his bag. He does like take out one liquor bottle that you see that he puts in his pants instead. When he thinks that you're not looking.
Just let him have it for right now. We gotta get him out of here.
Okay, I'm ready. He picks up his little broken glass bottle. Let's go.
You still got your broom? From the olden days? I mean, I guess that you kind of gave me your broom, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you should. Yeah. Well,
Tavi's
I
getting.
mean,
you can ride with Zephyr.
I mean, it looks like you've got 2. Cause like that's not
I-
mine. That's not my broom. So like, where's your mother's?
You can ride with Zephyr.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm all here for it.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about this when
Cool.
you're sober. All right, let's go.
Let's
that
meet
never
up with
happens.
Octavia.
You
Whatever ride that she's getting maybe faster.
You resume your flying. Octavia, give me a stealth check first.
It's a 27.
27. Easily slipping through any difficulties.
Or 26. I can count, but still.
Oh, I mean, if it's a 26.
Well, crap.
But you
I
make.
can count.
The DC was 27. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Gosh dang it.
You make your way to the dock. And are you a sailor background?
Yeah.
So, like, unless you want to have a conversation, you are easily able to find. There are boats left. You got here fast enough that that's not an issue. So you talk to probably a fisherman that looks like they were dropping off their catches of the day through their different magical means that the lake folk fish. And has plenty of room on their boat.
Nice.
Now, how do I do a low British accent? Oh God, this is just gonna turn into something else.
A low
There
British
is no
accent.
A low British
There
accent.
is no Britain.
Yeah.
So if we wait too long, it's going to end up getting a little hairy around here.
I know. I'll protect the ship. Just we have to wait for my friends, okay? I promise we'll keep you safe.
Less worried about the ship and more worried about yourself. I totally lost it there. I mean, your uncle has called everyone back.
I figured as much. My friends are very important to me, and they, under whatever bylaw that I can't remember at this time, can seek solace in the flotilla.
I mean, you're correct there, but you are my top priority.
I understand, but please, can you just wait just a little bit? I know they'll be here.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh. That's a 27. That's a plus 11.
Whatever you say, my lady. He kind of like nervously is like checking lines and sails and boat
Octavia
stuff.
will help him get ready so that as soon as everybody jumps on, they can go. Like, that is my goal.
He's also like putting up some like covers around the boat to kind of conceal the fact that there's even anyone on the boat itself. Because like, you do see some craft that have been like abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
But you do that. Lily. Back over to you. The flash of light fills the alleyway. You blink, and there is this moment where you find yourself on the ethereal plane. You look at the body that you've inhabited for months? Almost probably a year?
Yeah,
year and a
a
half,
while.
2 years? A while. An undisclosed amount of time that was enough to justify all actions headed forwards. And you look forward and see... It's weird because you're seeing Lily as the doll. And you're seeing the doll's body in front of you, and then you have your own vision of yourself with your body, and no one in the outside world seems to be moving. And it looks like Lily tries to struggle for a moment, but there's no fight. You see now all of the damage that you've done is showing up as chunks missing from her astral form. And just with one final push, you flip, replacing her essence as you feel your souls swap bodies. And your eyes quickly reopen. You are no longer in the body of the doll. You kneel on the ground with Iris in your hands. You have the same hit points that you did in your old form. And you watch as the doll... Oops.
Sorry, I like force closed out a Discord for some reason. Don't worry
Oops.
about it. It's fine.
But you watch as the doll's eyes kind of go blank. And it falls backwards unconscious. Did we get her? Lily, is that like you, or like... I mean, it looked like what happened, but like I'm not sure what's going on right now.
He's gonna take Iris's arm, and I don't think the doll would know to do this. Because this was something she did years ago. But she's going to trace her finger down her forearm into her palm and draw a little heart in the palm of her hand. And then she's gonna close her hand and put it on her heart. Yes, Iris, it's me.
That was Axel talking, I should say.
Oh, Axel's talking? Okay.
Iris is still incapacitated unless something has
Well, I thought
changed
she was
there.
like blinking awake and she didn't know what happened.
Not quite yet.
Well, I'll do that in a second then.
This is Axel first.
Okay. Yeah. It's me. And she like looks at her hands and is just getting used to it. It's similar. I mean, it's still having a body, but it's different.
Hmm. Cool. Are you gonna... Do you have to do anything to bring Iris back? I guess that's an above board thing.
It only lasts a minute if she keeps
So after
failing.
a minute. I could probably roll a couple checks for... Oh, no, that's a natural 20.
Well,
Iris, like, quickly blinks a couple of times, rehydrating her irises. Sorry, that was bad. And looks up at you. What? And like quickly looks over to the body of the doll. So, you did it? I blacked out there for a second.
it's done now. For the first time, we won't have to worry about it.
Worry about what? Lily, I'm confused.
Iris, I want to explain so much more, but we're not safe here.
Okay.
But just know, and then she's gonna take her forearm and do the thing.
And do the little thingy.
Yeah. That I am here for you. And I will never lose you.
Of course, Lily. So are we headed back to the eclipse? I mean, you have...
No.
It looks like...
We're gonna go somewhere else for now.
Okay.
We can meet up with them later. But I have some people that I have to check on.
Understood. Okay. Um, do we need to do anything about him? Iris like points to Axel, who's a very known figure. I mean, the eclipse has been ever since that doll like went against them. The eclipse has been going kind of berserk, trying to find him.
Yeah, there's a lot to explain. But, I mean, the city's on fire.
Yeah, the eclipse is taking it back. It's...
Okay, maybe I should start explaining now.
Hold on.
So... Gosh, where do I start? A long time ago, I left you a lot alone. And so I made a doll that would make up for my absence. And clearly it wasn't the same. So eventually the doll decided that it would be a better sister to you than I would. And I will admit that at the time that may have been true. So it used a silver needle and it swapped our souls. And ever since then, I have been in the doll's body, fighting to get back to you. I went to school to be a Night Eye, even to be strong enough. I made some deals with the Eclipse along the way, and eventually I got back here. The Eclipse is not necessarily looking out for our best interests. They have helped us, yes, but they have been far more violent than we should allow. I'm sure there's probably like at least one body or unconscious person within our sight.
Kind of like down the alleyway, you get a little peek into like the main thoroughfare. It's like kind of spitting out the other direction. You seem to have taken the long way around to get to this point.
Even now they are capturing people and killing people with complete disregard for their lives.
Rutha said it's all the non-believers. Those that would be lost anyway. It's a sacrifice to Blazidin.
Iris, do you believe in the mission of the Eclipse? Do you think that this violence is justified?
What kind of question is that? I mean, we're the chosen few, Lily. Like, Brutha cured me. Brutha, Iris like stands up. I'm not weak anymore.
You're right.
I mean, Lily, if what you're saying is true, you can't deny the fact that just looking at me proves their mission. Not everyone's gonna make it, but do you know the other cities are falling? I mean, that's why the dragons were here. They were infighting over a worthless piece of ancient technology. It's only a matter of time before the devouring takes over everyone. You can either learn how to live with it, or fall to the waste.
Lily is like, her hands start trembling a little bit. Not angry, obviously, just concerned. Iris, I need you to be very clear with me right now. Do you think that the Eclipse is doing everything right?
I mean, all groups stumble and you can't control everyone.
You think it's okay for them to destroy the city and kill these people?
It's not that simple, Lily.
Iris, I know what they're trying to do. I just need to know if you think that they're correct.
This was a last resort. Ruth has been trying a lot. She said she didn't want to get to this point. That complications have arisen, timelines have been speeded up, and she like looks at you, but then kind of like makes eye contact and quickly looks away, and like, the doll, I mean, you took the wish child. There's only so much of the vaccine that could be made. She takes a step back.
Iris, I haven't gotten the same information you have. You've been with a different version of me, and I don't understand all of the things you're saying. Are you telling me that if Axel stays there, then they would make more vaccines for people?
I mean, they would have needed both of the divine connections.
But what would happen to them?
If Ruth is saying, according to Ruth, it probably would have tapped the divinity from both of them. They wouldn't have survived, but that is a small price to pay to save an entire civilization. I mean, it's already saved hundreds. I mean, look out there. There are hundreds and hundreds of people that have found our salvation. Axel at this moment is like standing up. He's like, Lily, what's going on?
Lily is tearing up. But why do we have to choose? Why do we have to sacrifice my friends? To make up for something that none of us did.
That's why we have to choose. We're dealing with consequences that none of us had any direct impact with. These are conflicts that date thousands of years in the past. That our gods, the goddesses and the dragons that think that they're doing such a fantastic job, haven't dealt with. They've sat idly by. I hear the Celestial Plane is still a fucking paradise. No one there starves. No one suffers. Completely cut off. Should the material plane fail, should it collapse, the Celestial Plane will still stand strong. Moons will orbit an empty world. Lunaris has made sure of that.
Well, I'm not gonna sacrifice my friends. But if I need to, I will bring this war to their doorstep. I will make the Celestials answer for what they've done to us. But not at the cost of them.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
With your new character
Oh my gosh. I don't even fucking know.
Uh-oh.
The new character sheet.
It's probably fine.
I'm like, charisma should be a good stat for you.
Yeah, it should be. Hold on. It's complicated. Hold on. Okay. 21.
You see Iris takes a deep breath, kind of relieves some of the tension from her body. I mean, do you really mean that, Lily?
Yes. They're the reason that the Eclipse had to resort to this. And I think I know someone that might help.
Okay. She, like, takes a couple quick stumbles towards you, and just embraces you. And she starts, like, fully crying now.
We're gonna be okay. It doesn't matter what anyone else does. We have to stay together. You just want everyone to be okay, and I just want everyone to be okay. We don't want different things. We just don't know what the right way is.
She just, like, buries her head in your shoulder. You've always been a little taller than her anyway.
Yeah. We just have to go to the docks, and then we'll find that Weird guy.
Oh, okay.
He was
Sure.
with Lunaris when she came to visit. He talked to us.
Oh, okay. We really didn't have any intel on the bodyguards. But if you think that he will listen, I trust you, Lily.
It's our only shot. And if he doesn't listen, then we'll think of something else.
Okay. Let's get going then.
She looks back to Axel to make sure he's, like, okay with how that transpired.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness I have decent insight. 15.
Axel is a mix of emotions right now. You can see at the forefront that he trusts you, but he's keeping his mouth shut.
I think she grabs Iris's hand and she reaches out to Axel and says, "I'm not losing my family. And that includes you."
Her son.
Axel will take a deep breath and then reach out and grab your hand as well.
Okay.
And the three of you head onwards. Okay. Do you do anything with Lily's body? With the doll?
Oh,
I should say that you currently have a Cloak of Protection and a Bloodwell Vial +1 on you.
oh my gosh. I get extra stuff.
That seems to be the equipment that Lily had at the moment.
Do you gotta loot your own body?
Oh, I will. She's... I think she, like, says just into the air, "Aphensia! Can you hear me? Can you hear..."
Well,
Wait, she picks up the bracelet on the ground. "Can you hear me? It's your promise. You can, like, take her." And she's really just hoping that, like, Aphensia has some way of, like, hearing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But if nothing happens immediately...
Nothing
then
happens
she's like,
immediately. You gotta, like, yell out and you're like, okay.
Dang it. And she picks up the body.
You're carrying it with you?
Yeah. I can't leave it.
Okay.
This whole thing transpired because I left the body. Or
Understood.
she left my body.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You pick up the body, bringing it with you. It's a little clunky to get through town. But as your group makes your way to the docks, you see that anyone that comes to interfere with you, they see Iris, and immediately, like, refuse to interact. I mean, they see you now,
and it
too.
probably helps that I'm carrying the doll Lily.
Yeah. So you go...
And I have Axel, so I mean, this is, like, all good news for them, hypothetically.
There's a couple of, like prominent nods in your direction. there's probably an offer or two to like take the body back to headquarters, but making the
wanna do
assumption that
this
you're probably
myself.
not going for it. Yep.
Yeah.
But you make your way to the docks. Assuming that's where you're gonna go. Everyone eventually convenes. Lily with Iris right on her tail, and Winnie with her father. Everyone convening. Octavia, you are kind of on the lookout, and there are a couple close calls where you see someone probably like a block away. They stop and kind of look down the like main entranceway at the boats. They do kind of a quick scan. You and the captain duck behind some thick like sheets and cloths and are able to avoid view. And it's not too long until you see the rest of your party coming in this direction from several different points, heading to convene. I would say a handful of you probably meet up when you kind of turn around and you see two cultists walking at you with Axel following behind them and Lily over one of their shoulders.
I draw my gun.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull out my hammer, but I don't have a lot of spell slots left. I'm gonna pull out my hammer and be like,
Whoa, 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 back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Axel goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Long story. This is like real Lily now. And like this is Lily's sister.
Oh. Hi, Lily, sister. Hi, Lily. Lily, you're so pretty.
she like yeets the hammer back into her bag. She's like,
Lily, you're so pretty. Wow, you look so different. Oh my goodness, you got taller. Are you taller? I think you're a little bit taller.
Yeah, the doll's a little shorter than me.
The two of you, while you're talking, look over and you see Mel run by with his arms like up, just like run. It's when it like runs past you, and then you watch him take a couple little back steps, and then just like quickly like turn in your direction.
Oh
Zephyr
no.
leans over the Winnie.
Oh no.
So I don't think I should have been as worried as I was about him.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, I'm worried about him now. Why were you worried
Well,
about him?
yeah. Now I'm worried.
Not too far behind Mel, Al and Februm, you also join the group. Mel like turns to you, Al, kind of like runs over, and will like grab your hand. And then Mel's body goes.
You're muted.
I'll just make sure to catch his body.
Yep. You catch him. He is stabilized and breathing, but unconscious.
Okay. I will pump a 3rd level cured wounds into him.
Do you have anything lower?
I'll pump a 1st level cure wounds into him.
Beautiful.
That's what I said.
He is a commoner plus a little bit.
I think I have him as a guard right now, so he's got
Yeah.
11 hit
Nice.
points.
Nice.
Cool.
11 hit points
So-
and a little added strength, you know?
So does 12 fill it up then?
Oh, yeah. He is fully back up. There's a... Where are we?
We're at the docks.
Ugh. Why do I smell cigarettes?
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
sorry
back to normal now.
about that. Had to get you out, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it, but we're okay now.
Cool. Octavia, they're probably about 30 to 60 feet away, kind of scattered about.
She just like pops her head out. She's like, hurry up! We have to go now!
Let's go.
You all begin heading in that direction, moving forward at a quick pace. Doesn't seem to be much going on around you. But Octavia, you're the only one looking in this direction at the time. But you look up, and you see a figure rocketing in your direction. Dark robes, and long flowing hair, as they utter just a few words. Februm Cask, you stop right there!
Oh no!
And,
This was the
Send it to Mom! Come on!
and that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Case scenario. Oh,
You're
jeez.
so close! Let us go!
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in tonight. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We're gonna see. Most of our party is pretty tapped currently. We're gonna have to see how this goes. She seems like she's coming in pretty hot. I'm not gonna say more than that. We will have to wait until next week to figure that out. But Julia?
Drink your water. I'm not gonna slam this like I did last time. I did not feel good after that. But do drink it in a responsible way. Water's good for you.
Yeah. Dane, any updates or anything?
No updates. Editing is taking longer than I expected. I had some things come up, but it'll get there. And when it does, it'll be on Spotify, and that'll be very cool. And it'll be polished and nice, hopefully.
So yeah, we will see you next week, y'all. Thanks for joining in. Have a good night, everyone.
Nice.